Hello, guys. So, hello, guys. I'm live. Let's wait for ma'am. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, ma'am. So, it's such a pleasure for me to have you today. So, first of all, thank you for accepting our invitation on behalf of my Air Club team.
Thank you for inviting me.
Before we start this session, I would like to introduce myself. I am Kumkum Gandhi, core team member of the Air Club. Air Club organizes sessions, hackathons, events with companies to boost the student learning and reward them with facts and prizes. Thank you so much for showering love and Deshpande for the talk and guidance on diving into AR. She is a AI developer at Meta. She is also a mentor at School of Spark AR. So, ma'am, please say some few words, then we start this session.
Hi guys, my name is Shivani Deshpande. I'm an AR developer and I have been working in this field since last 3 years now. And I have been working with clients, making social AR projects for them. And I've also taught in the initiative by Reskill X Meta to students to teach them about AR ecosystem in India. Yeah, that's about me.
So, ma'am, I have set of questions for you
Hmm.
that I would like to ask you. There's a
Yeah.
two segments round. First
Hmm.
one, there's a simple set of questions. So, my first question is to you: where you get an idea that you made your career in AI development?
Okay, this actually spans through a lot of years. It's been building up through a lot of years. So I was in my first or second year of engineering when there was a Singaporean AR/VR gaming company that came into my college, and they gave me us a seminar about what AR/VR is. That's when I first got to know what it is. And yeah, I was really interested. I was like, that's a cool thing, that looks super interesting, and so on. Then we skipped to 2 to 3 years later on. So I was just scrolling through Instagram, and I saw AR developer, having their own developing their own AI effects. And I was like, oh, we can do that. Wow, I want to try. I'm interested in that. So I just did a little bit of research into what it is, and I came across Spark AR, and I started like experimenting with it. And I thought, yeah, I really like doing this. This is very interesting. And yeah, that's how I would say I started into AI.
It's quite cool, ma'am. So, what is your inspiration while making AR effect?
There's that I want to see in real life, which is not possible to make in real life. So that will be my inspiration. Then there are obviously characters and our favorite movie characters, anime characters that we can make. And yeah, so it's something. What I make are basically the things I actually want to see in real life. So that's what my inspirations would be, I would say.
Okay, ma'am. So, which difficulties you faced in initial stages to get clients?
Okay, so there are two aspects to it. The first, when I thought I would start making AR effects commercially, uh, I that time I faced this problem that not a lot of brands or influencers, brands whom I worked with did not know what AR is, did not know what is the power of AR, what AR effects can do to their brands. So that was one hurdle I had to cross. That's where I had to go to the client, go to my clients, explain them what exactly AR is, how it can help their brand, how it can help their marketing strategies, etc. That was first hurdle. Second is actually for everyone who's trying to like start with making AR effects or want to get into AR, want to do freelancing is like build your portfolio first. I mean, what I was when I started, I was not majorly focusing firstly on building my portfolio. I wasn't sure of what to do, of what not to do, and I had no clue about these things. So yeah, that's also another thing. Build your portfolio first and experiment with new things, learn new things. Yeah, that will make it easier for you to get clients.
And your hard work pays off.
Yeah, it does.
So tell me about your first commercial AR set.
Okay, so my first commercial AR effect, I made it in 2019. It was obviously a Instagram AR effect. I made it for an influencer, and it was what we call as a color effect or color filter, LUT filter. And that was like in very beginning. I did not know a lot about AR. I just knew a few things, and that's when I made it for her. And yeah, that's that. And actually, I did not really thought ki it will be a good filter or people will like it. But my that was my first AR commercial AR effect, and it got about 10 billion impressions on Instagram, and it's still one of the most trending
Great.
AR effects, Sparkle Glow. So yeah, that was a highlight. I was like very happy that it's my first AR effect and it's commercial AR effect and it's gone so viral. Yeah, that's how it was.
Even I use your filters. So great, ma'am.
Thank you.
So great.
Thank
So,
you.
what is your future plans?
My future plans are there are two stages to it. Um, so I am from an engineering background, electronics and communications engineer, and I obviously we haven't been taught a lot about AR. There's still so much to explore. There are so many things to do. I've just started, so there are two things I'm going to do together. I was working as a freelancer till now. I'm going to start my own AR agency where I could work with brands. I could collaborate with other people, and at the same time I'm also planning of studying for masters in AR XR, so I can learn more about it. I can go in depth and things which I may have not already known about. I will be able to learn new things there. So yeah, that's like a two-step plan I'm hoping to do.
Yes. So, I hope it will be great.
Thank you.
Share your share your experience in teaching for Spark AR.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
Ma'am, share your experience in teaching for Spark AR Reskill.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was some time ago that this happened. I never had an experience with teaching anyone, or in general, just teaching was very new to me. I knew how to do my stuff. I knew how to make my artifacts. I knew how to do all of that, but I did not know how to teach it to someone else. Like teaching it to someone else is you have to what you make, what is going in your brain. You have to get that verbally. You have to form explain it so well that the person you're trying to teach it to should understand it. So that was a very big challenge for me. I was like, I have no clue how to do this. So I when they reached out to me, I was uh, I was not sure if I'll be able to do it. I was like thinking, should I do it? Will it be a very bad decision from my end? And will I be able to do it? But I was like, I mean, it's a new experience. Let's try to do this and see what happens. Let's just teach them what I know and just see what happens. So yeah, that's the mindset I was in when I went for it, and I was very nervous for my first lecture, and but with time it was like I eased out into it. I understood, yeah, this is something that I already know and I love doing. So this is not something I have to be anxious about, or I have to be like worried about what to do. So yeah, I was little not sure about it at first, but then it went out smoothly, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. It was a very good experience.
It's quite cool, ma'am, again. So, how will augmented reality in future?
I'm sorry.
So, ma'am, I would like to ask you, share a journey of augmented reality developer.
I'm sorry I could not get you. Share your journey.
Ma'am, how, where and how to start a journey of augmented reality developer for the beginner?
Okay. So yeah, if you want to get into AR, I would say Spark AR would be the as it was my gateway to AR. I would say you could also start there. There is a lot of documentation available online on the website. A lot of videos by amazing developers on YouTube on their websites. So that's where you can start learning. There are other platforms also you could start with, but according to my experience, I have been very comfortable with Spark AI, and that's how I started. So I would say maybe start from there itself. See what you are more
Yes, ma'am.
comfortable with.
So, my next question is to you, how augmented reality is impacting in real world?
I'm sorry, there's bad connection.
How augmented reality impacted in real world?
Okay. AR is something that's still developing. I mean, it's not there yet. We are here. A lot is supposed to happen. We are still developing, and it's a very new technology. So, what I have experienced is uh, I started working in this field 3 years ago, and that time hardly anyone knew anything about AR. Nobody had clue what AR is. No one around me knew about AR. The clients I was approaching, the people I was approaching in the beginning of my career, they did not know what AR is. But now I can see now in these 3 years that awareness about AR is increasing thanks to Meta and the whole metaverse, thanks to all these companies jumping into the AR XR bandwagon. So yeah, so now the awareness is increasing, and there are a lot of brands and sectors areas of on people. They are trying their hand in AR. So there are people who are using it for marketing, and then there are people who are using it for education and for fashion. I know. So I think AR is such a technology which can be used in any and every sector, or any and every area, any and every industry for some other purpose. It's a very broad use you have for it. We haven't reached the true potential yet. There's a long way to go, but I feel we are getting there. There are more and more brands, more and more industries who are investing into AR, XR. There are more and more companies who are getting into this bandwagon. So we are getting there slowly and steadily.
I hope you will reach there.
We will, yes.
So, which industry is investing most in augmented reality technologies?
Currently, I would say marketing is something AR is used. AR effects in I would say is more used for a marketing. So that's one of the biggest sector where we can say AR has been used. Secondly, I think AR XR fashion is something that's getting along now. AR t-shirts with AR effects on it, or some AR artwork in it, and that art is also something. AR art is also something that's growing. So yeah, these are the sectors I would say where AR is used the most right now, and yeah, in the future I think there are more other sectors which would integrate in this too.
So, which software is used in augmented reality technologies?
Okay, so you can say we can like categorize AR into three types. One first being social AR, which is Spark AR for Instagram, Facebook, or Lens Studio for Snapchat, or Effect House for TikTok. So that is these kind of AR effects are the kind of AR effects which are only bound to that one application or that one framework where we can use it. Then there are web AR, which can be accessed through web browser, and then there are also AR apps, which are AR based applications. So these three are the I think most common like types you can develop an AR effect. You can either make it into a social AR, which can work only on like one application, two applications, but which has more reach, which generates more reach, so which is more preferred for, you could say, marketing. Then there is web AR, there's in-app AR applications that can be made. So yeah, so I would say these are I would segregate AR into these three.
So, how big is augmented reality market?
I'm sorry.
How big is AR market?
Yeah, so as I said, AR market is growing. If I compare it from 2019 to now, it has grown exponentially. It has grown a lot. More and more people are like investing in it, are interested in it now. Uh, People did not know what AR is, you could say a few years ago. Now they are understanding it and interested in AR. Most of the people are now, which is a good thing. So as more and more awareness is increasing, the market will of course exponentially grow with it.
Share your different types of experiences in AR.
I'm sorry.
Share your different types of experience in AR.
Different types of experiences in AR.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I guess you mean to ask me the different kinds of AR.
No, no, you can also tell us this.
I'm sorry.
Firstly, tell this answer, then you can also color these.
Okay. So yeah, there are different types of AR experiences. As I said, there are three types. There is social, there is web AR, there is application AR. So these are the three types we can experiences. These are different type of experiences we can make with AR.
So there is a small segment round that is a rapid fire round. You have to
Okay.
answer it quickly.
Okay.
Three words that describe your journey.
Three words that describe my
Journey.
journey. Okay. Um, okay. Hard work, I think, interest, passion.
What's next on your to-do list?
Next on my to-do list. Next on my to-do list is I actually want to I won't say I actually want to learn a lot of things in AR, XR. I want to also learn about VR. So yeah, learning is, I believe learning is something that you should keep doing in all of your life. There's always something new to learn, and as AR is such a new technology, there's obviously so much more to learn. So yeah, I want to get in depth of it, and I want to develop very cool and amazing AR effects, and that's what my to-do list is: experiment and develop new type of AR effects.
Yeah. Which age you realized that you wanted to be an AI developer?
I think. I think I was it just happened a few years ago. As I said, I knew what AR is, like a basic idea, but I did not know how to do that or how to get into it or what to do. So I just randomly uh, came across this AR developer who AR creator was making his own AR effects. So that was when I got like very interested into it, that हाँ भाई मुझे भी ये करना है, I want to know what this is. and that's when I started learning it. So I wasn't sure in the beginning, even I wasn't sure in the beginning what exactly the power of AR can be, or if I can actually make a career into AR. So I was just doing it because it, helped me soothe my mind. I just used to like love to make these effects, and I used to be like, wow, मैंने AR का कुछ बना दिया and all. And with time, I started uh, practicing more, learning more. I started, interacting with the Sparkia community, which is on Facebook. They have a Facebook group. So I started going there. I started finding out all these things. And that's when I realized, yeah, we can maybe make a career out of AR. But I really wasn't sure. But then I would say slowly and steadily when I was doing it and I was really enjoying it, and I could see that, yeah, we could make a career out of it. And your passion can be a career. Like I'm working, but I'm loving my work. So why not just make this, why not just get into what you love? Why not do what you love as your career? Your passion is your career. Like that's the best thing that can happen to someone. That's when was like, yeah, maybe, yeah, this is something for me. I am interested in this.
True. If I say one word, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? You have to say it.
Okay.
Backyard.
Love.
Meta.
Love again.
Journey.
Big one.
Reality.
Augmented.
Experience.
Amazing.
Okay. So there is a next question is to you. How virtual reality is different from augmented reality?
Okay. So, what we can say, virtual reality is a virtual world that we can make, like it is not what AR is AR is you can augment a graphical object or graphic, something graphics or sound. You can augment these graphics, these computer generated things into real world. So you overlay it on real world. That is augmented reality. So you're augmenting the actual reality, whereas virtual reality is where you make virtual worlds, which is not necessarily augmented on the real world. So you're making world inside, I mean, you're making a virtual world. Basically, that's virtual reality. And yeah, so you cannot augment it onto the real world. So I would say that's a difference. For example, for accessing virtual worlds, you need to, so like Oculus, you need to have all these gears or to get into the virtual world. But to augment it, you just need a camera where you can like uh, overlay those graphical objects or those textures onto the real world. I hope that made sense to you.
Yeah. How do you like to collaborate with others?
How do you like to?
Collaborate with others.
Yeah, I mean, I actually haven't collaborated with anyone yet because I was more into like, developing and understanding my own part. But yeah, there are a lot of amazing AR developers I would like to collaborate with. I would like to work with. There are so many that like, inspire me, and like looking at their filters, I'm like, shit, I want to make something like this. Is so cool. So yeah.
Okay. So I next question to you is which industry, what type of professionals are needed to create an AR app?
I'm sorry.
What type of professionals are needed to create an AR app?
What type of? I cannot
Professionals
hear
are
you.
needed to create an AR. What type of professionals are needed to create an AR app?
What type of professionals? Professionals, right? Okay. So AR is I would say it is a multidisciplinary area where creative people can come as well as coders and developers can also come. So it is amalgamation of, you could say, creativity and technicality. So if you are a developer or if you're a 3D artist or if you are just a creative person, if you are an artist, 3D artists, developers, coders, all these kind of people can come and make AR, because AR, as much as technical stuff is important for AR. In the same amount, I would say creativity and visually appealing, you could say designs, or visual appealness is also important in it. So I would say both the people from both these sectors can come.
Okay. How students start career in AR?
Okay, so if you're like really interested in AR, um, I would say start with something like Spark AR, because it is easy. You don't need to exactly have a knowledge of coding or knowledge of scripting to start with it. Because when you try to go make an AR app or a web AR, you need to know a little bit of scripting. So when you go to Spark AR, that's you can use patches. There's something known as patches, which is block coding. So you can do that. You can use logic to make AR effects. You don't really need to do coding if you don't know coding. So I would say, yeah, start from there. I would say surf the internet, look at the videos. There are so many amazing AR creators, developers who have tutorials on YouTube, and there's also documentation. So you can check that out, and do your research and start.
Okay. So here's the audience asks the question to you. So please answer
Okay.
it.
Okay. So is the technology behind large screens and mobile AR different? Um, Yeah, I mean, it can be different in large screens, but I don't understand what you mean by large screens, though. Any other large? No, I don't think. I mean, as much as I understand your question, I don't think the technology is different. It's just the screens, the size of the screen has changed. You can display the same AR effect that you're displaying in a phone on a large screen as well. There's no difference in the technology. Yeah.
There's one more question, ma'am.
Okay. I cannot see it. I cannot see it. Can you please read it for me? I don't know where it is.
Yeah, sure. Ma'am, why you choose AR not VR?
I'm sorry.
Ma'am, why you choose AR not VR?
Why did I choose AR, not VR? There's no specific reason for it. I actually uh, got to know about AR before a long time ago, and I was like interested in AR, and I just started working with it. I started working with Spark AR. I fell in love with Spark AR, and that was something I was focusing in. That I wanted to, learn more about it at first. So like that's I would say there's so much more to learn. So I just started with it. I started with Spark AR. I love doing it, so I'm learning that. But yeah, side by side, I also want to start with VR. I also want to do that too. So there's no specific reason, but I'm just going to get there.
And there's one more question. Implementing AR in museums. What are your thoughts about it, ma'am?
Um, so there are a lot of museums abroad that have used AR uh, in their museums to maybe tell a story about an artifact, or just generally to showcase or to make the artifact more interesting. And I feel that's a really cool educational use of AR, I would say. It is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So there is one more question on my side. How do you make sure
Okay.
stay on target
How do you make sure?
on a target with tough or shifting deadlines?
Okay. So uh, I try to, well, the first step I would say is I would plan the effect that I'm gonna make. I'll plan and design it at first, make a proper plan of how am I going to do it and what exactly is gonna be in it, and then I start working on it. I start working on it, and then I mean I never feel like tired or exhausted while working, because I love doing it. So I don't even realize that how much time I'm sitting and making it, or if it's taking time. But I make sure I finish it at least a day or two before the deadline, so we can test it, and then I can give it to the client on the day of deadline, and then see if they have any changes and all. So yeah.
So there is a student who asking a question as air is a quite expensive to run in everyday life. So there is any alternate solution for this?
I mean, everyone uses the phone, right? And can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was saying most of the Android or most of the phones now do support AR, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, I cannot hear you.
And maybe there is a connection loss.
Can you
Ma'am,
hear
that you
me?
wanted to
Hello.
share with us. Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay, great.
So, ma'am, that you wanted to share with us anything.
Oh well, yeah. I'll say follow your passion, do what you like, and if what your passion is becomes your career, that is like the best thing that could ever happen. And if you are someone who's want to get into AR, or you're stuck somewhere, I'm always there at the DMs. You can come and you can like ask me questions. I'm ready to help you out with that. And yeah, just follow your passion, and that's all I would say.
Ma'am, many students questions ask you, Sparkier or Lens Studio, which one you like?
Uh, I would say Spark. Yeah, I would for sure say Spark.
Okay, okay, no
because
worries.
because I started with it. I love Lens Studio too, but I started with it, so I have like a soft spot in my heart for Spark. Yeah, because yeah, when I started with AR, I was not in a very good place in my life. I was not sure what I want to do. I was very confused what my future's going to be, and I just started this as a way to calm myself down, and then it turned out to be this. So yeah, it started with Spark. Yeah, so but yeah, I like Lens Studio too.
Okay. So, what problems augmented reality solved?
I'm sorry.
What problems augmented reality solved?
Augmented reality solve problems for
There is a question who student ask you.
okay. Uh, Augmented reality solve problems for. I did not really get the question. Solve problems for what exactly?
No worries. So, is there any question I need to ask anybody? So please. So let me make an announcement that our Air Club organizes a workshop of Spark AR on 9th May, 7 p.m. So for any further details, you can check out the Instagram page of AR Club. So, ma'am, there is one another question.
Okay.
Which platform you have tried other than Spark AR or Lens Studio?
Which platform have I tried?
Yes, ma'am. Other
Yeah.
than Spark AR or Lens Studio.
Okay, so I have done Vuforia for making AR apps. I've tried that. I work on that too. And then there's Eighth Wall that I use, but I haven't really. I mean, that's somewhere I practice, I would say, for web AR specifically. So these are two things. These are two other softwares I would say that I've used.
Okay. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful talk. I hope in the
Thank
future we
you.
will have various talk on various events. You are such an inspiration for me and millions. Your hard work, passion, is for the reason behind your success. Whatever responsibility you got, you proved. So, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so much
much.
for. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, bye, ma'am. Hope to see you soon.